Oh my fucking god. Update requires restart. Every fucking time! For 3 years!
Oh, for 3 years. You know, guys, one thing about the Scapmaster, I don't know what it is about Doug Dimmadome Warzone and Charlie Intel. I just don't like them, guys. I just don't like them anymore. Alright, I used to enjoy at least, you know, talking about them, but now when I just see their tweets, I'm just, ugh, you know, like, disgusting. But look, guys, as you know, in my last video, we talked about Season 4 Reloaded, and a lot of people had very interesting responses to the Scapmaster. Now, I do want to say, there has been some pretty significant XDEFIANT news, at least in my opinion, that I do want to talk about. So I'm sorry if you're getting a Call of Duty overload right now. Trust me, I want to talk about this XDEFIANT news, but before I do that in my next video, I just needed to respond to a lot of these people. Thankfully, Activision and Call of Duty have actually helped me gather a response very appropriately for the people out there, for the gooch lickers especially, that always have the same criticism for the Scapmaster. Criticism number 1. If you hate the game, why do you still play it? Well, unfortunately for you, I still haven't played Call of Duty in about 2 months. It's probably over 2 months by this point, but the gameplay you're watching, it's old, alright? I'm sorry. I know you really want to get that gotcha moment on the Scapmaster. I'm not going to make it that easy, alright? Criticism number 2. Why do you hate Call of Duty so much? Well, I guess I'll be showing you guys that one in a minute, but the other criticism that I keep on seeing, if it's not, oh, you hate on Call of Duty too much, it's, oh, I can't believe you like XDEFIANT. Call of Duty washes XDEFIANT. Nope. No, it does not. Not in the slightest. As a matter of fact, it's interesting we bring up this topic on potential issues and prioritizing, you know, when things go wrong in both games, something goes wrong in XDEFIANT, the developers will communicate with you as fast as they possibly can to try to get your issues fixed. You see it all the time on Twitter with Mark Rubin, with Aches, when they have updates planned and something doesn't go as planned and they talk about why they think it should go this way, but then they backtrack because they realize that they were wrong. You know, you see all of these issues happen and they get resolved in a timely manner. When it comes to Call of Duty, however, we don't ever get things fixed in a timely manner. The only thing that ever gets fixed in a timely manner is the shop. Now guys, I didn't even notice this happened. I really didn't, because I don't keep up with Call of Duty as in depth as I used to, but I caught a wind of this from my homie Gilmore's video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Subscribe to the homie, he's great, he's funny. I didn't realize when Season 4 Reloaded came out that there was a slew of issues, alright? Now this is to be expected because it's Call of Duty and Sledgehammer Games isn't as talented as a lot of people are gassing them up to be, but whatever, man. Just as an example of some of the things that were going wrong, I'm not even gonna bother reading any of these tweets from them, but there was some stuff going down that the COD Updates Twitter was commenting on. And, you know, I guess it was fair game that they were actually fixing some of these issues that probably shouldn't have existed in the first place, but what's interesting is this tweet right here. And this comes out from Charlie Intel. He says, "The store is currently broken in Call of Duty." And according to the homie Gilmore, not more than 3 minutes after that tweet went up, the store is now back up in Call of Duty. 5 minutes to fix. Well, unfortunately for Charlie Gooch Licking Intel, it was only 3 minutes, but why don't we just add 2 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's round up, let's help the developers out, you know? As a matter of fact, you know what, let's give them 10 minutes, alright? Let's say the store was down for 10 minutes. And now you have all of these Activision employees and Sledgehammer developers just in a frenzy, just in a panic. Never mind all these issues with the game, never mind the player count that's dropping. Good God almighty, the store's down? I mean, we got things to sell, guys. We got horrible, disgusting anime skins, we got pig skins, we got 8-bit skins, we have all of these cringy waifu skins. We know the virgins are trying to topple all over it. You know, they're out here giving sloppy top at first glance for a shot at a new bundle. Come on, guys. Let's get it together. Let's get this shop fixed. And they do it within 10 minutes, all right? Well, you know what? Hold on. Let's give them 15 minutes, guys. Let's not be rude, all right? We're not trying to make assumptions. It's not like these guys over-prioritize the shop over anything else in the multiplayer. Let's say it was 50. You know what? 20 minutes. Let's give them 20 minutes. Within 20 minutes, they fix the shop. I just find it interesting to see how long it takes for them to fix other issues, and some issues they've never even addressed, even to this point, about 8 months in. Yet, when something like the shop goes down, they're all in. These guys do absolutely everything in their power to fix the shop. Criticism number 2 was, why do you hate on Call of Duty so much? First of all, I don't hate on COD. I like Call of Duty. I just don't think any of these last 5 titles have been good whatsoever. But even with that said, you know what would make any of these 5 titles better? If we didn't over-prioritize the monetization in these games. If we didn't over-prioritize the store. If the developers didn't make it so blatantly obvious that they don't care about the player experience, they care about the player pocket. People call me a pocket watcher. People get upset with me for trying to save them money. Meanwhile, there's people actively trying to rob them, and they got on their hands and knees for them. What is this? This is what I mean when I say the developers are prostitutes. Alright? Look at the matchmaking system in this game, guys. They're actively catering to noobs. They're actively rigging the experience for good players. You know they want you to have a 1.0 win-loss or KD. And I'm not lying when I say that. They've literally made a statement about that when they talked about SBMM. You know what their intentions are. The point of all that is to get the noobs in the shop. Hence, they're prostitutes, because they'll get in a circle jerk with all of these noobs who suck at COD, who can't shoot straight, they're shooting hurricanes, and then these people spend money in their shop. So the moment their shop goes down, of course they're in a panic. Of course they immediately get all hands on to get this situation fixed and resolved for the sake of the players' pockets. That is why I dislike Call of Duty as of late. There's a whole bunch of other reasons, but thankfully for me, Activision just gave you guys all the answer. Now, when it comes to why do I like XDEFIANT, it's because I don't notice those things. When there's issues in that game, they resolve it. They communicate with the community. They'll actively respond to tweets. They'll put up their own blog posts talking about what their intentions are behind an update, behind a change, and if they get it wrong, within 48 hours, they've undone a significant change and made the experience for the players significantly better. Meanwhile, in Call of Duty, we are not doing that. The developers are not doing that. Sledgehammer Games is not doing that. Activision, good God almighty, they are certainly not doing that. But the first sight of them losing money in the shop, now they're starting to accelerate. Do you see the difference in urgency between the two development teams? Also, one of these games is free to play. Call of Duty is not free to play, and I don't care if you're talking about Warzone. We'll talk about Warzone in a future video as well, because they got this whole thing with the Verdansk. Guys, it's all about money and baiting people into spending more money. XDEFIANT doesn't do that. The basis, the entire core of their game is free to play. You don't need to spend a single dollar in that game to play it or to enjoy it. In Call of Duty, this is all they're going for. And it's not just Activision, it's their employees as well. Let's look at one of their biggest employees, most well-known employee on Twitter, Mr. Charlie Take It From The Back Intel. Immediately after the store went down and then came back up, he tweets saying, "With the store back, 8-bit bundle is now available." I mean, seriously? Is this what we're doing? What's worse is people aren't able to see through the lines and understand that this man is a shill. He enjoys reporting on all of these bundles, and when the shop's down, if the shop's down, then he's probably losing money too. So of course, he needs to report immediately that the shop is back up, and on top of that, now that the shop's up, make sure to cop this 8-bit bundle. There's some strange things in this game, guys. I'm not gonna lie, this whole 8-bit bundle thing, why? I understand Bitvela. Once again, I'm not playing it. I'm not playing any multiplayer experience other than the whole get higher thing in Call of Duty from here on out until the next title possibly, but they can't even hash out a new concept of an already existing map that they've already remastered without monetizing it. Do we not see the tendencies? Do we not see the patterns? I mean, all of this stuff, it's so easy to see, and that's why it surprises me how many gooch lickers are blind to this, and then they want to complain to the people who are actively trying to get their game fixed. I'm trying to get your experience fixed. They're trying to fix the shop. Do you see the difference? They're creating waifu bundles, anime bundles, pig bundles, cow bundles, rat bundles, lizard bundles, dinosaur bundles. They got Megan Thee Stallion in the game, so, you know, they have horses. Well, actually, hold on. It's not Megan Thee Stallion. It's Nicki Minaj. Sorry. I mean, I'm technically not even wrong. I mean, Megan Thee Stallion is literally just Nicki Minaj on a barn. What is up with all these cosmetics? Why is there such a hyperfixation and focus on creating absurd nonsense for the sake of gaining more money? Why can't we just focus on the actual multiplayer experience? And it's not just MW 2019 Part 3, guys. It's just the current title, so I gotta bag on it a little bit more. But take it back to MW 2019 Part 2. That game sucks. Take it back to Vanguard. Ugh, disgusting. Take it back to Cold War. Oh, I know the Treyarch fans are about to get big mad, guys. I'm a Treyarch fan myself. Cold War sucks. Black Ops 6, in my opinion, is probably going to be better than Cold War, but that's not saying much. Let's take it back to MW 2019. Ooh, I know a lot of people get riled up for this one. MW 2019, the worst multiplayer experience in Call of Duty history. That doesn't necessarily make it a god-awful game as a whole. It just means the multiplayer experience is horrible. You can't copy and paste the horrible philosophies and ideas and decision making that went behind MW 2019 and replicate it for the next 4 CODs afterwards and still have this unwarranted focus on bundles and monetization. Those two things should not coexist. And on top of that, it shouldn't be a paid experience. All of those things combined are why I dislike Call of Duty right now. I don't hate it, I just heavily dislike it, and I heavily prefer that it goes back to the way it was before. And I'm not the only person that thinks that, so good luck trying to get this whole like, oh, I hate when COD YouTubers always talk about... Shut up. Other people think this too. I'm not the first person to say these words. You know, some people just have a lesser IQ. You know, the Scatmaster is a very accepting person because we got people in the comment section that comment on every single video and they talk trash to the Scatmaster, but guess what? At the end of the day, you're supporting the Scatmaster, so I thank you and I accept you, alright? There's enough room on the short bus. It's okay, guys. You know, there's not that much room in the gulag anymore, but there's certainly a lot of room on Epstein Island. So you tell me, do you like predatory prostitution going on in Call of Duty in the shop? Or would you like your game to be slightly fixed and improved? And hopefully when we get into the next title, who knows, maybe we're not paying $30 for 8-bit skins and pig skins and Nicki Minaj skins and 21 Savage skins and Snoop Dogg for the 5th time. And God forbid you are unable to do that for 2 minutes, they'll fix that right away. But when it comes to the actual issues and your experience with the game, when it comes to the matchmaking issues, nope. We turn the other way. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not into that. I'm not interested in all that. I like things that make sense. I don't like nonsense. So when I come across these things, oh, the shop's been down, oh no. Oh, but it's back up in 5 minutes. Oh, while you're at it, come pick up this bundle. Disgusting behavior. I understand now. This is why short buses exist. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. Do you think the shop being broken should be the developer's #1 focus and priority in COD? You let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.
This ain't in my body.